Hey yo, what's up, man? I'm back again with another video. All right. This is coming straight out of a course that costs $3,500. I'm going to give it to you for free. All right. Well, if you're part of my subscribers and you're one of my loyal subscribers, this is going to be very helpful. No one is dropping gems like this on the internet. I'm telling you. All right. I decided to make this page in order to drop gems, the real gems, okay? Not the basic gems. You taking it from somebody who's did it, who's doing it now, and who always can do it. All right. Well, today we're going to go through your tier one creditors. All right. We got tier one, tier two, tier three, and tier four. All right, I'm pretty sure no one's really talking like this because they don't have this information, but I do. So, okay, so this is a tier one. You need 3 trade accounts reporting on your business credit reports to qualify for the accounts in the next tier, which is tier two. So please look at these and get these, man. All right. So, all right. We're gonna go over here to how do I get this out of here? Okay, 1 second, man. I'm trying to get this out of here. View. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think it's a way to do that, but I'll just make this big real quick. All right, so what we got first is Uline, okay? Uline, Maverick, Ecredible, JJ Gold, Office Garner, Brex, the CEO Creative, Gulf Fleet, Come and Go, Murphy USA, Phillips 66, Wex Fleet Cards, Granger, Sunoco, Wawa, Exxon Mobil, Shell, Credit Strong, General Motors, 7-Eleven, Holiday, Valero, Branded Apparel Club, Circle K, Fulton Bank, Zorro, Pilot, Marathon, and KeyBank. All right. These are your tier ones. Okay. Now, the thing about tier ones, tier two, tier three, tier four, you might be able to get approved for tier four in the tier one, but it's going to be more than likely uh, very difficult to get higher amounts. Okay. So let me just go back here to Phillips 66. Okay. So this is the information that I can purvey. I'm not going to do every single one, but Phillips 66 is another one. Okay. You're going to try to apply for this on a tier one basis and you might get denied. All right. But even though it is tier one, I'm going to show you how to get denied. Well, approved and not get denied. 76. Okay. This is a gas card. It reports to Duns and Broad Street, Experian, and Equifax. Uh, to qualify for this card, all right, you're going to need your entity in good standing with the Secretary of State, all right, your EIN number, okay, business address matching everywhere. That means on all platforms, website, Facebook, uh, Google, Yelp, everywhere, okay, your Duns and Broad Street number, okay, your business license if applicable. Business license, you can receive a business license doing anything. There's no system to where people can verify your business license, but you can just have a business license to do business as, and then use that. All right, and that also makes you look more credible. Okay, another one we're gonna put a social security number for the business owners will be required for informational purposes. Now they say that informational purposes, but please don't trust these companies, man. If you follow my business credit booklet, I tell you to make a EIN number, all right, for your corporation, and then make another EIN number, and you're going to start building personal credit with that EIN number. The reason why is because on some of these cards, they're going to ask you for informational purposes only, but really it is to run your credit. All right. Now it's not going to say that, but they can run your credit without you knowing. Why not? Okay. So when you do a personal EIN and a business EIN, your personal EIN, you want to set it up, okay, as a EIN number, but you want that EIN number owned by your trust, okay? So you're going to create the EIN first, create your other EIN with your personal for your personal PGs, and then you're going to create a trust, and it's going to put you're going to put inside the trust the assets. One of the assets is going to be that LLC that is in your name, but you're using it for personal guarantees and personal things. So I'm going to show you how to build that also later on in the video, but that's just giving you an insight. Okay, so we got business bank account. Okay, this is to qualify. Okay, so we're going to have a business bank account. All right, a social security number for the business owners will be required for informational purposes only. Okay, that's what I was just talking about. Okay, so we got the Phillips 66 net 30. Now that was a net 15, so it reports in 15 days. The net 30, make sure the entity is in good standing with the Secretary of State. Make sure you have an EIN number with the IRS, business address matching everywhere, DMB number, business license, a social security number for informational purposes only, and it can be used at any gas station that accepts WEX bank cards. May have a monthly fee if not more than 1,000 gallons of gas purchase. Okay, so even though this is a net 30, net 15, and it's a tier one, okay, they say tier one just because it says the social part. You're gonna require a little PG, but it's not PG. And yeah, so basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna retrieve one of these cards when you have at least 2 months of trade history already. So if you do that, then you'll be able to get this gas card. This gas card probably come with a 5,000, 7,000 on it. But what you're going to do is you're going to utilize the POS method, the gas POS method. I'm going to show you where to obtain a POS system to swipe these specific gas cards, okay? And then you're going to get your funding off the gas POS system, gets deposited right into your bank account, and then you'll be able to utilize that funding while still paying this monthly. Okay. Now, the monthly payments are not going to be as much as the money you liquidated, but sure is going to be a good chunk to keep you to the next level. All right. Let's keep on going. Okay. All right. We're going to choose Uline. All right. Uline. A lot of people they don't know about Uline. No, matter of fact, Uline's easy. Let's go to Brex. Okay, Brex. All right, Brex is no PG. All right. Okay, to qualify, your entity is in good standing with the Secretary of State. EIN number with the IRS, business address matching everywhere, DMB number, business bank account, business license. The card is paid daily for monthly deposits on your Brex cash account balance. Provide or have plans to provide services and products to U.S. customers. Employ, contract, or have plans to employ, contract U.S. personnel. Must have professional investors like venture capital backing and private equity. So, you must have professional investors like venture capital backing and private equity. Okay, now this is tricky. Okay, to get this Brex card, you might want to be a publicly traded company. All right. Now, it's very easy to get in publicly traded, but if you're a publicly traded company, then that means that you're backed by the stock market that is private equity. Okay. So, that private equity is private. Okay. That means that don't no one knows it but you unless you tell them. So that means that when you establish a traded company, okay, publicly traded company, that's going to say that you have private equity somewhere because you're selling shares, okay? It's like shares, you're buying stocks. People's buying stocks of your company, all right? So that's pretty easy. Just do the basics and then just make your company publicly traded, put it on the stock market. Very easy. Okay, I'll show you about that another time. Let's keep going. All right. CEO Creative. It's pretty fairly easy to get in with. Regular 1 month in business at least. Copy your IRS articles of corporation, all the stuff you get when you sign up for a corp. Okay, let's go to this one. Go Fleet. This is a gas card. Okay, so to be approved for the Go Fleet, you're gonna need entity in good standing with Secretary of State. All right, EIN number with the IRS, okay? Business address matching everywhere, DNB number, business license if applicable, business bank account, and a social security number for the business owners will be required for informational purposes only. Now, the reason why keep asking this is because they notice that a lot of people start business credit, then they fail on the business credit, then they'll come back and try to get more funding from them. Well, if they have your information in their system, they're not going to give you funding because they already have your information tied along with your social security number. That's why they would like your social security number just to put for informational purposes only. That's for their information to tell them, hey, you've been approved last time you had a business, and now we can't approve you again because you're the same person. You just have a different business. So they caught on to that. So what you got to do is utilize the other method I told you with the EIN number and using it for personal purposes in order to build a personal PG profile whenever you need to quote unquote PG these business cards. All right, very simple. Okay, we're gonna keep going. All right. Okay, Come and Go. All right. Come and Go is a gas card. All right. Uh, $40 setup fee. Okay. Keep in mind if applying for multiple gas cards that are backed by WEX, it would be best to apply over the phone with them instead of online so that it isn't viewed as fraud being done. Okay, that's another thing. When you're applying for these gas cards, you can just call them. Okay, just call them and apply. All right, because if you started, the old method was started online and then you can exit out when it asks for a PG. But when you exit out, you call them, and your phone number is different from the IP address that you signed up with. They're going to mark that as being a fraud. It's not that you're doing fraud. It's just that they're going to have to need more information because something's not matching up. With business credit, everything has to match up, even the back end. All right, so you're going to have to need the basics. Okay, entity in good standing, EIN number, business address, DMB number, business license, business bank account, and a social security number for business owners will be required for informational purposes. All right, that's why I suggest that you at least get 1 month of trade lines going or 2 months of trade lines going before you apply for the gas cards because A, you get higher limits. B, you can bypass most of this stuff because all your information will be online. They'll be able to check it. Everything's green to go. They'll give you approved amount. It could be a net 15 or net 30. I recommend net 15s, okay, because you want to build credit fast to get into those different tiers. But yeah, so you see where I'm going with this? With the gas cards and stuff, you have to have everything matching, all right? And then you also have to have social security number for business purposes only, informational purposes. Now, not every gas card asks for this, but this is why you have to follow the steps. All right. Okay, we're gonna go on to General Motors. Okay, a lot of people say you can get a car using your EIN only. Okay, now this is why General Motors, GM, they are a tier one account. All right, tier one accounts, you're going to make sure you get the GM Business MasterCard, okay? They have also, you can go into dealerships and go require a car, okay? Okay, so special instruction cash advances are available with business credit card approval. The amount of the cash advance depends on the approval amount. That means that with these business cards, you get a cash advance, all right? So that means that you can liquidate this card into cash and put this into your funding bank, okay? Your funding bank, so you can have enough capital to keep your business going. Now, they're going to require probably a 4% payback fee, but that's not going to be anything to what you took out of the card. All right. So, get approved for this, you're going to have your entity in good standing with the Secretary of State. Now, a lot of people, they get into those businesses, but they forget that the Secretary of State, they have to have a good track record on the Secretary of State. That means you did not miss any annual filings if you're required to do annual filings, but you're not required to uh, keep it in good standing if you no, you're required to keep it in good standing if you want to get approved for things like the GM and maybe the iPhones, 20 iPhones, whatever you like, iPads, computers, whatever, Apple funding, anything. So you're going to want to keep it in good standing with the Secretary of State. And when you keep it in good standing with the Secretary of State, your annual filings, you have to put that you made over a certain amount of money. Okay, at least not a loss. Okay, you got to just put that your annual filings. You got to put that you made like at least 100 or 400. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to look at that. That's one of the ways they start checking now. They'll check Secretary of State, see your annual filings, see if your annual filings has been filed on time. They can't see what you filed, but they will be able to see if it's a profitable business or a non-profitable. It could be $1. You could say you made $1 and you took no loss and you have to pay taxes on that dollar. That's fine. Okay, business address. Your business address has to be a business, not a virtual office or anything. Your business license, if applicable, but you want to keep the business license though, because they don't ask for it for nothing. So you can generally make a license to do anything. So it's no way they can check business bank account, bank references. Now they say bank references because they're going to want to see you have already a relationship with a bank. Okay. So, in order to apply for this, I would say wait until after you get a bank card. Okay, now it's easy to get a bank card. I think Bank of America has a secured card that you can get with them, and that is a banking relationship. So if you get a secured card, you liquidate all your funds, you pay all your funds back the next month, then you're able to apply for these things and get high limits, okay? High limits. Now, even though this is a personal guarantee, okay, you'll be able to get high limits, okay? So your bank references could be your personal or it could be in business. All right, so trade credit references, so that means that they want to see you have trade accounts. That's the net 30 account that's on your credit. All right. 3 months of business bank statements. See, that's why I say you want to wait until the third month because if you follow my strategy of building business credit, uh, from little to no money, then you would already have 3 months of business bank statements stating that you make possibly $60,000 or more a month for those 3 months. So they're going to give you a high limit credit card, maybe 40,000. But those 3 months business bank statements is easily fadangable. You can fadang those. You can make sure you can make that happen yourself without having to actually have that much motion on to put burden on yourself to make that much money. Okay. And if you follow my book, then you'll understand. All right. 1 year in business. Okay. They will require you to have at least 1 year in business. Now, to start a new EIN. That's why I said it's great. Some people they want to start a new EIN, but you're only going to get up to like $40,000 in funding before you have. It's going to be harder to break that 40. Okay, but it's easy, it's doable, but it's going to be harder to break that 40. With this card alone, it's like $40,000. So you want to have 1 year in business. You can either buy a Age Corporation, all right, or a Age LLC. Okay, it's not going to cost nothing but like $600 if you want it to have at least a year in business. But make sure you get it from like somewhere like New Mexico or something, so they can they won't know the first person that was on the business that got taken off. They don't show that information, so it just looked like it's been your business since it's been open. Okay, all right, so driver's license or state ID for verification purposes only. Okay, so they said verification purposes only. That's just to see your ID number. Okay, your driver's license ID number. Even though you don't know, but that number has things attached to it. Okay, it might have your liens, the liens that's on your name. Okay, that's on your name, that's on your person. Okay, if you didn't correct or recorrect your status, that's fine. You'll still have liens on your person. That means that if you owed any bank or if you owed anybody, okay, taxes or anything, there's going to be a lien on your name. Okay, so in order to get those liens off, that's another story. But if you have lien on your name, you need to go get a passport. Okay, they don't require you to use your social security number to get a passport, but the people that works there, they're going to ask for some type of identification. You just give them your ID, and it doesn't have to have uh, your social security number on it. Now, when you go get your ID, they ask for your social security number. Okay, it's a reason why they do that, because they're going to link those together, and that's going to be on your ID number that shows that you're this person, and belongs to this social security number. Okay, but when you get your passport, you have a whole new passport number, and that is not tied to your social security number. So when they run your credit, they're going to be able to type in that number, and it's not going to link you to your personal social. And that way, you can use your EIN number that you created, besides your business EIN number, the personal EIN number that you created that has uh, your real name, okay, but it is used for personal purposes. This can be used as a PG. And also, this information that has the EIN number can be used to apply with your passport for things like this. And then your PG is satisfied. So, a personal guarantee is required. Okay. They're just going to check your EIN that you use as personal. You're going to establish personal trade lines on your EIN. And then you'll be able to PG just like normal. Okay, so this is buy power car, General Motors. Now to go get a car, it's basically not credit. It's basically a car transaction. So you don't need to do half of these things, but this is a good start, into doing the tier one, tier two, tier three. So this says tier one, but this is really a tier four. Okay, tier three, tier four. All right. So okay, let's go to this one. 7-Eleven. All right. 7-Eleven. Okay, you're going to need to approve for the 7-Eleven card. Entity in good standing, business bank account, business address matches everywhere, DMB number, business license, business phone number listed in 411. If you follow my book, I tell you how to do all of these things so you can retain all of this cash. All right. A social security number for the business owners will be required for informational purposes only. So that means this is a no PG card. It's just for informational purposes only. That means that they won't furnish this information. It just be within their system. So if you ever try to file bankruptcy on your business and you get all the debt forgiven, then you might have to go through a secondary phone call when applying for these again for another business. If you want to start another business, build business credit up, remember, the informational purposes they have in their system is the information they're going to use in determining your application. So you just know that these companies, they're not really slow. Okay, they know that you can start another business, start another business, and just keep obtaining funding from them. So in order to prevent this, they're going to make sure the information is on your social security number, it doesn't match anyone's in their system. Okay, that's why I tell you guys to do the two EIN method, one personal, one business. And yeah, see, everything that I'm telling you is valid. All right, I received funding from all of these places, and it's over four, five, $600,000 just in business funding. That's not with going to the banks, and the banks is a whole different story. The microloans is a whole different story. Okay, and also the merchant loans is a whole different story. So there's different type of loans that you can get that doesn't deal with necessary banks, but it requires this information. All right. If you follow my step by step booklet, then you would see everything I'm telling you is A, B, C. All right. Okay, so that's for the Net 15 card. All right. The Net 30 is the same. All right. 7-Eleven Commercial Fleet MasterCard. Okay. Now this is a Fleet MasterCard. So this is a gas card, but it's going to be a MasterCard. All right. So I'm pretty sure you can probably get the business fleet card and then upgrade it to the MasterCard, or you can get the business fleet card and then reapply for the fleet MasterCard in the same time, at the same time. All right, so the MasterCard is a revolving MasterCard. Now that means that there's a lower down payment. So whatever they give you on this, you can take that money right out, put into your business savings, and there you go. Okay, so the revolving MasterCard, make sure your entity is good standing with Secretary of State. EIN number with the IRS, business address matching everywhere, business bank account, business license, if applicable, but everything is applicable. Business phone number listed in the 411. Okay, may require a PG if your business credit history is not established yet. So that means that if you don't have an 80, Dunn's number is not at an 80, and you don't have at least, I'd say about 14, 15, 16 trade payments reporting, then they're going to ask for maybe a PG, okay? But it doesn't have to have that many accounts. It just means that you pay that many bills on time. And if you leverage in the cash that you're getting from your business credit, then you're definitely paying these things on time. You got a big wad of money. You're just building it up, and you have a big wad of bills that you have to pay minimum every month, and that's not even going to touch your bankroll. So play the game. Play the game. Don't stop. Don't get the money and run away. Just play the game. All right. Okay. So yeah, that's about it for this 7-Eleven card. Okay. We're gonna go on to Holiday. Okay. Okay. Holiday. Holiday is one-stop shop commercial fueling needs. Once again, the gas card. Okay. To qualify, you need a entity in good standing, EIN number of the IRS, business address matching everywhere, DMB number, business license, business bank account, and a social security number for the business owners, informational purposes only. Okay, if you get approved for this, I suggest you make a net 15. Why? Because every 15 days you'll have about 10 more trade payments to add on to your history, and that will make you look like you're just out here killing it. Okay. All right. So, okay, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Valero. Okay, this is a business guy's card. Uh, to qualify, your entity is in good standing, Secretary of State, business address, DMB number, business license, business bank account, social security number for the business owner required for informational purposes. Okay, so everything is good there. Uh, it's very simple, very simple. Okay, very simple to get. Add that to your stash of cards. All right. Now all these fundings, that's about around like $100,000 right there in funding. You follow my account, uh, my business bread